This is Richard Fowler. I'm John Kilpatrick. We're with Okolona Aikido, Louisville, Kentucky, USA. What we're doing is we believe that you need to make your training as realistic as possible. And part of being really realistic is having your partner try to keep you from throwing them. Your partner's actually trying to beat you when you're trying to, in the sense of, not in a sense of trying to win a sport, but in the sense of he's trying to get you when you're trying to throw it. And that's why we almost always train with the padded sticks. And of course we're pretending they're knives when we're using them, but the idea is not for us to be great knife fighters. The idea is that I can come in and pound on him with the stick and all, and if I hit him with the stick, whether I hit him hard or not, you know, he assumes he's cut open. He didn't succeed in doing his Aikido. And so when we're doing our throws, we want to be able to do all of our throws without cranking joints, without threatening joints, breaking arms and ripping out shoulders and wrists, which happens altogether too much, has happened to me altogether too much in my years in Aikido. And so we want Uki to be able to really resist without getting injured. And so tonight we did this, we showed this with Aikido. Tonight I want to show this with Sankyo, and the Sankyo works like the Aikido works. So when we come here, and I'll do this in the standard way. This isn't how I usually get into this if I'm in freestyle, but the standard way of doing this is that I step in, and here in Aikido is where they actually use this lead. They don't talk about it that way. They talk about it as protecting from this hand hitting. And the other thing it protects you from these days where you have so many wrestlers is that when I try to go under this arm, wrestlers do that. And if you're not good at it, he'll catch you there and you've got a serious problem. Like he can kill you if that's what his intent. So we want to come here. I'm coming under his arm. Now, normally, say if I'm going to do Sankyo Arimi, what people usually do is step out here and crank your hand and drag you to the floor. So it's really dangerous for you. If you try to resist this, you know, you get your wrist broken. But what we're going to do is this same step. I'm here. I have my Sankyo position, but my hands are really loose and relaxed. I step here. Same thing I would have done if I were going to crank his wrist. But instead, I'm going to put his hand on the floor and step through his hips. So I'm going to come here. And that breaks his structure and throws him without putting any pressure on his wrist. So it's very safe for him. And it makes my throws really good because I have to really destroy his structure and then knock him down. And it makes my throws really work. Now this lead can really be a strike, and this Sankyo can really be a wrist crank if I wanted to. But I'm learning to have really good form so that I can throw my partner without doing anything that's dangerous to them. If I do this as Tenkan, which would be with Arimi, I go through his center. With Tenkan, he comes through my center. So to do that, I'm coming in here, it's the same, I strike, I go behind him, now I'm right behind him, and we need to move over so that you can see all of this. So I'm here, I go behind him, and now I'm going to step out of the way and drop his hand in front of me. So that gives me a nice clean throw that doesn't put any pressure on his wrist. It's very easy for him, and it makes a good throw that's effective and fairly easy to do.